Hello and welcome back to the Home Studio Simplified channel. Today we have a little bit of a different lineup today. We are going to be doing basically the same thing that we do here for usual Q&As, but we're also going to be showcasing what the iRig Pro Duo can do as part of our continuation of this series of a studio without walls. So if you're unfamiliar with what that is, there is a playlist that's available on YouTube right now where you can go and check out all of those videos that are available there. And basically it'll give you a crash course into exactly what we're talking about here. So this concept of a studio without walls is based off of this fact that, you know, with COVID-19 and all of this stuff that's been happening lately, we have been inundated with having to stay home. And thank you for letting me know that was a little bit hot there. All right. It should be a little bit better now. Maybe. Hopefully. And so with that being said, due to the fact that all of the staying home and quarantines and all of this stuff basically that's been involved with the whole COVID-19 stuff that's going on, we have essentially been forced to stay inside more than usual. Now, I realize that for some people, you know, this is actually a good thing. And to a certain extent, it actually is, especially when you take into account, you know, the fact that more and more, it seems like people are just getting more and more rude for whatever reason. So what we're going to try to do, though, is take away the boundaries of being stuck behind four walls to make music, though. Because in my personal opinion, and things that I've seen and been a part of here in the short time that I've spent on this earth, is creativity usually tends to happen more so when you don't expect it to. It's at those moments whenever you're out and about. It's at the moments whenever you're, you know. And so this idea of a studio without walls is to actually take advantage of that situation where, you know, you can actually get your inspiration straight from the source. So you're walking along, you feel inspired by something that you see or hear in nature or, you know, in the city even, and you can literally just stop and record whatever it is that's gripping you at that moment with high fidelity. That's the crazy day and age in which we live. Like, we could not have done this 20 years ago. There's no way we could have done this unless we would have been, you know, hiking around with a huge backpack full of goodies. But today it is possible. So before we get into all of that, let's talk about the creed around here. This channel exists to simplify the complexities of the home studio and to help you make professional sounding music in a less than professional space. So the motto around here is that we can dream alone, we can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. And it looks like, let's see here. All right. Just getting kind of my bearings here real quick. It feels like it's been forever since we've done one of these. And I'm going to adjust these levels just to make sure that, one more time here, just to make sure that nothing's clipping, but everything looks okay on my end. Okay, that looks good there. Let's go ahead and bring that up just a tad bit. And there we go, we're golden. Good deal. Now we are at optimal levels without clipping. So that's always good. All right, so let's go ahead and start giving some shout outs to these awesome individuals. These are the folks who help to keep the lights on. If you look here at the very bottom of the screen, you'll also see our most recent super chatters and the top super chatters within the stream. So thank you all so much for your your support, whether it's monthly through the YouTube membership, whether it's monthly through the Patreon account, or if it's a one-time donation through the Super Chat feature that's found here on YouTube. I greatly appreciate any and all of your patronage, as it does help to sponsor giveaways. It helps to sponsor all of the free stuff we give out here all the time, and it also helps to compensate me for the time that's invested in trying to help one another. Building a community is definitely not cheap. There's a lot of time that goes into that, more so than anything, and time is such a valuable commodity. I'm sure all of you would agree. So with that being said, let's also give another big shout out to another valuable commodity around here, our sponsor. Today's video is sponsored in part by the 𝗶𝗄𝗅 Academy. The 𝗶𝗄𝗅 Academy offers affordable courses from mentors, world-class engineers, Grammy winners, and multi-platinum selling producers. And with the resources available on the 𝗶𝗄𝗅 Academy, you can learn how to create radio-ready mixes from the comfort of your own home studio. Most of the courses also offer multi-tracks that you can then add to your portfolio and begin to build out your business. Follow the link in the description of this video to head on over to the 𝗶𝗄𝗅 Academy today and start learning the skills that are needed to take your hobby or your business to the next level. Awesome. Here we are. We're back in the studio. We are hopefully doing some cool stuff for you all today. So one of the things that I got to pull my hat up a little bit when I got it down like this. I've got individuals that tell me I look like the Unabomber, which I don't even know that the Unabomber wore a hat. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to be diving into some cool stuff today with a sponsor here around the channel, IK Multimedia. They have done a tremendous job of helping to sponsor giveaways in times past, as well as they've been doing some really cool stuff with plugins as far as donating them here to the channel so that we can review them and then use them. They've also, they've just been a phenomenal help to the channel from the very offset. Back whenever I had like 1,000 subscribers, IK Multimedia is one of the few companies that when I reached out to them, they said, sure, we'll give you some plugins to review. So that's really cool. That says a lot about them. That means that they're not just in it for the numbers. They're not just in it because, you have some kind of social clout. They're going to help you. They just generally want to help people. And they really do put musicians first, which is that's their sort of creed. So the thing that we're talking about today, though, is this iRig Pro Duo IO. Now, as of right now, this thing is going for like $199 on Amazon. Of course, you can pick it up used on eBay and places like that. However, you would then forfeit any kind of a warranty that you would get with that. So I would definitely recommend getting it either through Amazon. I do have a link in the description that actually links to not only this, but all of their plugins. It's a link to their page. If you use that link, it's an affiliate link, and I'll get a small commission for leading you to this product. That's not why I'm doing this today, though. I'm doing this because this is part of the brainchild of an idea that I had not too long ago. And when I reached out to BandLab and IK Multimedia and told them, look, BandLab has an app that's completely mobile. It's all about mobile-based recording, getting individuals from a mobile sphere into, ladies and gentlemen, we just got a super chat. Thank you so much, whoever that was. Jürgen, thank you so much. An early New Year kickoff award. Thank you. And I only knew that because he just lit up my room like a disco ball, and now it looks like I have a laser pointer at my face. What's going on? So yeah, whenever we get super chats now, that's what happens. Yes, I know it's cheesy, but we like cheesy stuff around here. The only bad thing is I have to actually manually turn that off for now. I haven't figured out how to, oops, I turned them both off. There we go. But with that being said, when I presented this idea to them, I said, okay, BandLab has a mobile app that's all about mobile recording, taking your studio on the go with you. IK Multimedia has been an amazing company all the way back in the days of like the iRigs, guitar interfaces. Everything was always from the get-go with IK Multimedia was about creating some way to create music in your phone, your tablet, your laptop, somewhere where you could take it with you. They seen this idea a long time ago about a studio without walls. They just didn't call it that. So when I put two and two together after getting their sponsorships, and I thought this would be an awesome marriage of the two worlds to meet, get a great interface that's going to give you high fidelity audio at an affordable price for home studio musicians and project studios, and then sends it into an app that has some of the world's greatest effects, mastering services. It's even got built-in auto-tune. It's got a sampler now. I mean, there's so many things you can do with it. So what we're going to be kicking off here on the channel in this whole studio without walls is this is going to be up for grabs for the winner, as well as some awesome prizes from BandLab. So they're going to have some mono bags. I almost said mono price. That's not the name of the company is Mono. But they're going to have some gig bags that they're going to be giving away that will help to fit this and whatever else you might want to take along with you on the road. And then there's also going to be some cash awards, I believe. So we're going to try to have this to where it's a first, second, and third place. So that way too, more than one person can win. It's not just going to be a free for all. And everybody that gets involved, I mean, everybody will get something in return from IK Multimedia. So they are already gracious enough to say whoever gets involved, we don't care who it is. If they win, if they don't win, they just have to participate in whatever Home Studio Simplified is putting out. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, you're going to get something free from IK Multimedia in the process. Now, when is this all going to start? So ideally, obviously, the beginning of the new year, we're going to be ringing it in with this idea of a studio without walls. And the whole purpose of this is to try to show you the power that's now innate within mobile recording. So there's going to be a few stipulations to this contest of sorts. We're still lining out all of the stipulations that each company wants to see. And then I'm going to be hosting, like we do here every month, a song contest. But this song contest is not going to be like the typical, you guys, submit your songs, we listen to them all together, and then I pick a song, I mix and master it. This one's actually going to be a little bit different in the sense that we're still going to have the song contest. People still going to be submitting songs, but in order to have a song submission that's going to be fit for the entry to the giveaway, you're going to have to use at least one IK Multimedia product and have like a screenshot of that ready to go. And you're going to also have to be using something from BandLab, whether it's a sound pack, the actual app itself. It could even be in Cakewalk by BandLab. Maybe you're mixing your project in Cakewalk by BandLab. Anything that points back to BandLab and back to that brand. And then on my end, all you have to do is share one of my videos. So it's going to be super simple for anybody who wants to sign up. Preferably, I'm going to have you guys share this playlist so that everybody else will be on board as far as what's going on. And then maybe we can even get more entrants. What we're going to try to do after that is basically, instead of having all of us listen to these together, we're going to pick myself and a panel of judges. We are going to pick, and these judges are going to be some awesome people that we've already had here on the channel. I'm not going to mention any names yet because I don't have everyone completely set in stone. But what I want to do is I want to get some other YouTubers, some other well-known producers, wink, wink, to actually get involved in this. And we're going to narrow it down to about 10 submissions. We're all going to listen to those together, and then we are going to choose a winner. So that's how it's all going to take place. And depending on time's sake for those other individuals that are involved, what we may end up doing is just narrowing it down to the 3 and playing them in order from third place to first place. We're still ironing out all the details. But basically what I wanted to bring you on here today is if you have any questions regarding this giveaway, if you have any questions regarding how this would take place, or you have suggestions as to something that you think would be really cool to implement into this, I'm definitely open to every bit of that. I want to do my best to make sure that whatever we're doing is going to be the most value to everyone involved. And the only way to do that is to make sure that everyone is involved. So it looks like currently I have 16 viewers. Thank you all so much for showing up, but I only have 8 likes. So go ahead and smash that like button. It doesn't cost anything, and it just helps YouTube to know that whatever we're doing over here is making a difference in the world we live. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the desktop real quick. So if you take a look here at the desktop, one thing that you'll notice immediately about the iRig Pro Duo, now these are the specs that come straight off the website, is it has 2 balanced XLR as well as their XLR and 1/4 inch jacks. So they're combo jacks. It has a microphone input level from 6 mVpp to 1.4 VPP. The input impedance is 3.2 k ohms, has a gain range of 50 dBs, which that's pretty good. Especially if you have a microphone like the one I'm using right now, you definitely want all of that gain you can get. It does support phantom power. It has a frequency response from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, plus or minus 1.5 dBs, and its input noise. Now this is crazy, okay? Negative 103 dBs. That is like one of the lowest self noises on a little unit like this that I've seen in a long time. That's crazy. That means this thing is like whisper quiet. Now, what I'm hoping is that that's going to translate on today's stream. However, I had to kind of rig some things up just for you guys to be able to hear it. So I'm really hoping it's going to translate across the interwebs to where you guys will actually be able to hear exactly what it's doing. But what we may do is just actually do some test recordings, fly them into BandLab, and then, or Cakewalk rather, and then let you guys see what kind of self noise it has and stuff like that. I don't know how, honestly, this whole like trying this thing out in front of you guys is kind of willy-nilly. I wanted to do it on the fly and not have it pre-planned. For that reason though, I want to run into some hiccups. I want to actually allow you guys to see, pull back the layers and let you see like a raw, this is what this thing does. There's going to be no funny stuff going on today. Well, other than whatever kind of dad jokes I bring up or whatever. The instrument inputs are two unbalanced high Z tip sleeve, quarter-inch jacks. The tip is the signal and the shield is the ground, obviously. Let's see. Gain range is 27 dBs. Frequency response. And it also has an input noise of negative 104 dBs. Wow. Okay, so it also has some line outputs. This is good to know. So the line outputs are two balanced TRS jacks. So that means they are true stereo jacks. It has floating balanced outputs with automatic level compensation when working in unbalanced mode. Automatic level compensation, folks. Its maximum output level is 16 dBUs into 600 ohms balanced load. Output impedance is 150 ohms. Okay, so here's the thing that really gets me right here. Let me see if I can zoom into this. Okay, this little bitty unit, 24-bit, okay, analog to digital audio resolution, 48 kilohertz sampling rate. This is crazy. In a little bitty unit like this, for this to have this kind of audio fidelity, this is nuts. So it can also be powered with a USB. It can be powered by two AA's. It can be powered by a DC power supply. And it also has a multicolor LED as well. The battery life, this is just sort of a give or take, but it's got 45 minutes worth of battery life. At a max load that's on alkaline. On rechargeables, it can go for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, playback minimum load 10 hours on rechargeables, 3 hours on alkaline. So obviously it takes more power whenever it's recording, which that's kind of okay. So here's what comes in the package. Okay, look at this. You get every single cable that you need in this little bitty package to start in whatever you want to do. So you get the lightning to MIDI DIN cable connection. You get the USB-C to mini DIN. You get the USB to mini DIN. You also get two 2.5 TRS male to MIDI female adapters. And you even get the batteries to power the thing with. How cool is that? Okay. I mean, that's pretty stinking cool. Also the weight, it's very light. I can tell you that right now. And the size of it, it's really not too big. As you can see, we're looking at $199 US. And like I said, you can find that cheaper on eBay or something if you want to buy a used one, but that is going to obviously do away with all of the warranty. Now, it doesn't stop there. What's crazy is you actually get an entire, where is it? Yeah, look at this. Okay. So whether you're on a Mac or a PC, you get over $500 worth of software, apps, and in-app content. So you get AmpliTube 5 SE, AmpliTube 4 amp and effects modeling software, the T-Rex S processors for mic room, the Sample Tank 4 SE, 25 gear credits. If you're using your iPhone or your iPad, you get AmpliTube for iOS, Vocal Live for iOS, iRig Recorder for iOS, mic room, and Sample Tank. All of that comes in the package. This is all of the content that you get for free just for purchasing this too. So right there, it already pretty much pays for itself. Look at that. Classic T-Rex clipper, classic T-Rex compressor. You get all of the things that you need to actually start using this thing. And what's more is you can plug it straight into your computer and use it like an audio interface as well. You're going to get 24-bit, 48K sample rates. So it's going to be, this literally could replace, and I don't want to bash any brands here, but this literally could replace your Focusrite. And it could be something that you could literally just unplug, take it with you, record a band, bring it back in, boom, it's good to go. Okay? That's just too cool. All right, so enough about that. Let's take a look at it. So this is the unit I've got here on my desk. I do apologize for this camera quality. I had a better camera that was going to be set up and ready today, but apparently I bought the wrong power adapter. So this one here, when I go to touch it, you're going to see it gets all dark. I apologize for that. But hopefully you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. So this number one input right here, this is a 1/4 inch. This is going to be going into a guitar, and this is an XLR. This is going to be going into a Lewitt 440 Pure, and we're just going to kind of get a few different sound examples on that, and hopefully it will translate well on YouTube. I'm hoping that it doesn't sound like trash, and then everybody goes, oh no, it sounds like trash, and then I have to go back and re-explain, no, actually it sounds that way because it was done on YouTube, and YouTube likes to compress the snot out of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and hop over to the questions real quick, because I want to make sure that before we get into any demonstrations here, let me get my fingers out of the way. That's weird. Before we get into any demonstrations, I want to make sure too that we check and see if we have any. Where am I at? There I am. Okay. So while I'm opening this up, all right, let's get these questions up on the screen here. And I'm going to scroll back up. I'm not going to skip your question. You're going to get back to you, but let's go through these. Well, hello, DJ Big Red 81. Well, hello, Ben Grauer. We'll be learning to make coffee with Robert. You know, I might actually do that. I know it's kind of cheesy, but I might. I've also pinned my comment, which is a link to the playlist that all this is included in. Your volume is hot. Okay, we got that fixed. Good deal. Well, hello, 𝗧𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀. Good to have you back. Hi, guys. Greetings from chilly North Dakota. Ooh, Brandon Woodruff. Good to see you, buddy. I didn't even see the typo. Dactoa. And then he corrected himself. The McClellan Creed says Esparca. All right, sounds good here. Or the HSS Creed. And I said, ooh. There's a Creed reference. Sorry. Levels are fine now over here. Good deal. Hello, Brian Woodruff. You guys are always so nice in the chat to each other. That's awesome. Can't forget this. Early New Year kickoff. Thank you so much again, Jurgen, for that wonderful super chat. Appreciate that. Okay, so Brandon Woodruff here has, I think it's one of our first questions. He says, or maybe it's a statement, I don't know. Going mobile is what got me started recording using a Spire Studio and Spire app. Oh, cool. I've actually used that app. It's really, really robust. But this seems so much better because you can more easily connect to DAW, BandLab, etc. So more tracks, etc. Exactly. That's really where the power of this whole harnessing this studio without walls is going to come from. I'm hoping anyway. When I do some sound examples here, like I said, I hope that it translates well. But yeah, that's kind of the intention. So Well, hello there, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 Music. He says, we are wonderful. Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, we got Chris Knowles back in the chat. Good to see you, Chris. Hope you're feeling better. He's just got over a bout of sickness. So good to see him back. Awesome. Brandon says, the low self-noise and high-quality audio res should be great with my Native American-style flutes. Absolutely. Which, by the way, I would love to hear. That sounds awesome. And it looks like his, what do you call that, profile picture is a tongue drum. That sounds cool, too. I like to hear some of that stuff. Jürgen says, at Jürgen, by, I hope not, or I'll be forced. Oh, oh yeah. Gotcha. So yeah, that's another thing about this contest. It's not going to be required that you play something outdoors. It would be awesome if you could do that. I think we're going to try to not give extra points to individuals who do that, but I know it's going to make me as a judge, it's going to sway my opinion. I'll just tell you that. If you've got some, even if it's just like you went outdoors and you stuck a mic up and you got some bird sounds or something, that's cool. That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for. We got snow down here, but rain is our best friend. Want to trade. Nice. Northern British Columbia, Canada. Woo. 𝗧𝗵𝗲, he says, question. Cheap Music Gear says, I just bought one of these a few days ago. Sweet. You'll be right in the running then to get up and running with one of these things and start using it. So can you send the raw recorded files? Oh yeah, after we're done here? Sure. Yeah, maybe what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and post them in a Google Drive, and then everybody who watches this can go back and listen to those raw files later. That's a good idea. Can a 1/8 go out to a Q2N? You know what? Actually, I think it can. The way that I've got this going on right now is I've got the direct monitor switch on, which is very cool, by the way. That's completely latency-free monitoring. So you can use that to record whatever you're recording with no latency whatsoever. But I've got a cable going from that into my audio interface that's going into, which is hopefully how you guys are going to be able to hear this today if everything works right. So yeah, I believe that would definitely be possible. So can a 1/8 line out run into a Q2N? Yep. Okay, I just answered that. Good deal. Yes, there is a headphone input. In fact, the headphone input has a switch for, like I just said, direct monitoring, or you can just listen through the headphones. So you don't have to use it as a direct monitor source, but you can. But it also is a powered headphone input, which means that allows you to, it boosts your headphone volume, and you have a volume control on the side of that. You won't be able to see that from the viewpoint that I'm showing you guys today, but I think it's on the box. Yeah, it shows you right here on the box. So headphone out, direct monitor switch. It has 48-volt phantom power, balanced quarter inch out. So if you want to even plug this into your studio reference monitors, you can plug them straight out of there, or you could use that for a PA system if you were going to be using this thing live. There's so many cool things you can do with this. So I think that pretty much answers most of those questions. Let's go ahead and start diving in now and kind of poking around, all of us together, because like I said, I've not really pre-planned much of any of this, and we will see exactly what we can do with it. Now, one thing that might actually help, instead of me having to, oh sweet, look at this. It has already recognized, because I have it plugged into the through USB to the computer to power it. It's already recognized it. And so the left should be, obviously should be the left input. So that should be this one right here. Now you'll notice that I have the gain up really high. I've got it on 10. That might be overkill. But the reason I did that was so that you guys could actually hear what was going on in real time, but that might change as well. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get my guitar up off the wall. This one right here. Get it. I think it should be tuned up. Okay. All right, so now we have the guitar in hand. Let's see here. Now this. Ooh, yeah, that's really hot. And what's cool is too, let me show you that again. See this, it's kind of hard to see with the lighting, I apologize. But there's a red light that's shining right here. Now it's green. That's letting me know that we got good levels. When it goes red again, that's letting me know, hey, you're a little bit too hot. And we can see that that's actually what YouTube, what Cakewalk is telling us too. Is like, yeah, you guys are a little too hot. I mean, I know I'm a little too hot because, you know, I mean, I don't want to brag or anything, but you know, I mean, all right, I'll be enough of that. I'm just a fat boy with a lot of toys. Okay, so now, generally speaking, what I would be doing if I was going to be recording in a real setting with this is I would be trying to stay within like -12 dBs for my recording, my input levels. As I struggle to reach for a pick, luckily enough, I have a small enough little space here that's set up, and I've put years of rearranging things to make sure that everything was pretty much at arm's length. So whenever I'm recording, I can just reach for it, grab it, and there it is. So with that being said, let me grab this strap that just so happens to be sitting on my desk. Mistakenly, I'm sure. No, that's because I was playing the guitar a little bit earlier. All right. I should have created a scene here where you could see the iRig, the desktop, and the other all together, but so we're still getting just a little bit of a hot signal here. So wow, I'm getting good signal from a guitar just straight out of the, and this is not a humbucker either. So it's not real hot pickups. They're kind of hot. It's the Ŵrman pickups that I love so much. Okay. So first off, what we're going to do is I've got my recording level set pretty good right now. I'm going to hit record, and we're just going to record a little bit of, this is just the noise floor. Okay. So guys, I'm not kidding. That's it. Let me turn this up more. Okay, first off, let me make sure that I'm actually going out the right. Ah, see, it was set to the iRig Pro. Let's try this. Okay, so I don't know if you were able to hear that. This is nuts. Check this out. I'm going to boost the level, the desktop audio here like crazy. I'm going to boost it by 12 dBs. Okay, so this is incredibly boosted. So with the audio boosted into YouTube at plus 12 dBs here in the streaming app that I'm using, and the gain set to literally plus 18 dBs, only then were you able to hear that noise floor. This is everything back at normal levels. Quiet as a mouse. Okay, so now this is what it would be like. So that, you should have just heard the guitar going through. The only problem with that is I do have a little bit of noise coming through the unit itself, because that's not coming through the iRig, that's actually coming through the interface because of the cable that I'm using. Okay. All I hear is my laptop fan. Okay, so instead of trying to use that though, which is not going to give us the best, let's just go ahead. I'm going to record a little bit here with the guitar. Okay, so I think what you were actually hearing there, Chris, was actually coming through the microphone itself. I don't think you were actually hearing through the unit because I've got it turned down so that we're not getting any extraneous noise. We're just getting exactly what's coming out of the unit. So this is what was just recorded. That's crazy. Okay, so if I was to actually get this to play through to where you guys could hear it, I think I would have to put on the input echo. Let's see if this works. Yeah, so if I put on the input echo, this is exactly what you're going to hear through the unit. Listen to that self noise. That is crazy. Okay, so now that we have this DI recording, and we got it here in the Cakewalk, and like I said, I will be putting these raw tracks just like they were completely raw in that Dropbox or Google file folder. But for right now, though, I want to kind of mess with this a little bit. Okay, so first thing I'll use is this DI fix. Let me get my webcam. So the first thing I'll put on it here is the DI fix. And by the way, check out this noise floor right here. That's my noise floor. I've really got to crank that up to be able to even see anything. That's pretty stinking clean. Pretty stinking clean and crispy. Crispy. All right, so I'm going to put this here on there. It's going to produce a little bit more. Turn the input down. Okay, now let's throw my new best friend Electrum on here. See what we can do with this bad boy. Nice. And because of that low self noise, when I replay this back, that will sound nice in a mix, even if it's compressed. Okay. I'll go ahead and remove those so that we're not getting all muddied up here with that. I do have this set to stereo interleave. I'm going to set that to mono. Awesome. So the question was posed, will this can BandLab recognize the iRig? Yes. So whether it's here in the computer, as you can see, it's already recognized it here, iRig Pro Duo, or if it's also in the phone. So if I plug it into the phone and I click on guitar, which we'll do here in just a minute, it actually recognizes it within there as well. So I'll show you that here real quickly. Let me switch back over to this. And so now I'm going to plug the iRig Pro Duo into the phone and let you see what that does. Okay. And by the way that I'm going to be able to do that is with this little cable that comes in the box as well. So this is a MIDI DIN to lightning cable. What this is going to do, though, this is going to throw Cakewalk off, and it's going to be like, hey, wait, you're unplugging stuff. Oh, this is hard to do with a guitar on your lap. Awesome. Okay, so Cakewalk is telling me you've just unplugged your iRig Pro Mini Duo IO. It's got a lot of names. All right, so kind of like was shown here on the video that led into this. Okay, I'm going to pull this up on BandLab now. What you'll notice is, as soon as it's plugged in, okay, oh, you know what? I took the batteries out of it. I don't like leaving batteries in anything. I've had some bad experiences where batteries have blown up stuff of mine, so I don't leave the batteries in anything. Let me see if I've got a external power supply that I can plug into this, because one of the benefits of this too is it will not drain the power from the device that it's connected to. So if you have a mobile device connected to it, it's not going to drain that power. So let me grab that real quick. While we're doing that, let's give some shout outs here. Okay. Okay, I think this is working. I think this is working. I'm not sure if it's the right power supply because I didn't buy the actual power supply that comes with it. There we go. So as soon as I clicked into the app, this thing just lit up like, hey, there's something going on here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and back out of this because I did record for that video that I shot during the intro to this. I did record acoustic. I don't know how that sounds on your end, but hey, Mr. Mike 47274. That sounds familiar. Okay, so that was a recording that I did for the video that led into this. So I don't know how that sounds on your end. Hopefully it sounds good, but I'm worried about this cable that I'm playing into the computer because earlier it was having this horrible hissing sound due to the fact that it's wrapped around all kinds of other stuff. Sounds pretty good, he says. Good deal. So let me just go ahead and back out here. I'll save this and I'll start a new project. So the way that I would do that is just literally click on this little plus symbol. And that will take me into here. For some reason, this thing is not wanting to focus very well. That's unfortunate. And then in order to record from for a guitar, for it to recognize this as input, the left input, I'm going to actually click on guitar. So I'll go ahead and hit record. Okay, so here's the quick recording I just made there. No, that's actually coming from the microphone and not from the iRig. So let's hold on here. Okay, let's go back here. Delete that track. I think I have to set it up to where it actually recognizes. Oh, that's right. Let me go in here to the settings, and I believe it asks you. There we go. So you'll notice right here under input device, I had to actually select iRig Pro Duo. Otherwise it was just recording through the iPhone's microphone. Definitely didn't want to do that with a guitar. So now that that is selected, we should be good to go. All right, let's give that a listen. Put some effects on there. Nice. So as you can see, the yeah, so as you can see, the possibilities are pretty much endless. So now I've recorded this into BandLab. Let's check out what you can do. And I'll go ahead and I'll save this one as well, and I'll upload that into these same files so that you can hear, and I'll label them. This one will be into PC. And then what I'll do is check this out. I'll save that. And then I'll go to my projects, which I can find here, my projects. This is the one that I just had, so that's untitled. I'm going to go ahead and open that back up, and what I'll do is I'll go ahead and publish that. No, I don't want to publish it. Hold on. What I can do, though, is go in here to Cakewalk and import a BandLab project. Okay. That didn't work like I thought it would. There we go. So here's the one that we just did. Where's it at? Sunday chill, best days of my life. Untitled. I don't think it's showing up yet because I haven't saved it maybe. Okay. Let me close out of here real quick and see if that will get it to be recognized in here. Refreshing library. Let's see if that worked. Interesting. Okay. Let me open that back up then. My projects. 2 minutes ago. Maybe I've got to save that as something different here. Oh, well, there's where I can change the name into iPhone. All right, so I'm assuming that's going to take a minute for it to show up actually in the BandLab projects here. I might actually have to close down. Let's see. That little bit of a pop you just heard was the actual iRig Duo shutting off after it realized that there was nothing being played through it. So I'm going to call this iRig live stream audio. I got a chicken peck while I'm looking at it. Okay, let's go ahead and close Cakewalk. And then reopen Cakewalk, because I think that's actually what has to take place. Oh, it looks like it looks like Chris just seen that too. Oh, sweet. Looks like they've got a discount on the iRig Pro Duo right now for $150. Good deal. All right, so now let's open this back up. make that bad boy. Now let's check it. Da-da-da-da. I wonder how long it takes it to recognize. Well, at any rate, when that finally is here, we'll be able to import it that way into the project. So but I wonder if it's because I don't actually have the BandLab Assistant installed. I actually uninstalled that. Let's see. Because honestly, I didn't think I needed it. But I'm loving it. Okay. Oh, evidently I didn't uninstall it. Okay. Well, let's pull it up here on the screen then, by golly. And let's see if search projects. That's weird. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, I bet that's it. I'm not logged in. I bet that is it. Now, here we go. Now we're cooking with bacon. That sounds good, by the way. Okay, project settings. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at right now. And if I go to my library, here it is. This is the one that we just did. Can go ahead and download it if I want to do it that way. There we go, 16-bit, no compression. That would be as a WAV file. Okay. Then if we close this out, yes, that was 460 plugins, and I use about 12 of them on every mix. Okay, so now let's see if it's in here yet. All right, so it's not showed up in that region, but we do have it in our downloads now. So what we're going to do is import audio, and we're going to get this from, I believe it was on the desktop. Maybe it was on the downloads. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is our audio that we got from the phone. And you can't hear that because I have nothing, there's no out set. Okay, I probably need to take those effects off there before I... so I'll do that. Let's see here. Let's open that project again. click on here and go to none. Okay. Now I'm going to save that bad boy. And let's re-import that because that was a bit much. I thought I was going to get lucky there for a second. It was going to show up. I thought I just did this. You want me to do it again? Oh, well, now they're showing up. That was weird. Okay. Maybe it was want me to log into something else. I'm not sure. Like there's 2 BandLab apps that I'm using or something. I'm not. Okay. So anyway, if I click on this, it's going to open up the mix itself. That little bit of clicking again that you're hearing, yet again, it's due in part to the fact that the iRig is shutting itself off. It's telling me there's nothing going on right now. I'm shutting down. Okay, I'm on download. I wish they would change the wording on this. If there's anything I can gripe about, it would be that. Where it says download stems, I wish it would say download multi-tracks. I would really like to see that more so than, but you know, what are you gonna do? So now, here's what we should be hearing. Yet again, no noise floor whatsoever. I'm going to loop this portion as a Boeing B-17 bomber drives by. I wish people would fix their cars. Get a muffler. Okay, so here's the noise floor. I'm going to loop it. Holy smokes. So as you can see, going straight into the unit actually produces a lower self noise than even the computer did. So, wow. Holy smokes, man. I'm going to turn that gain up to 18. Let's hear that. The gain was at 18, folks, and it barely had a noise floor. Let's listen again. Holy smokes, man. Okay, so that's, wow. So that's into the iPhone. You can't make this stuff up. I mean, yeah, you could, but nobody believe you. Okay, so this was into the PC, this was into the iPhone, and those were sort of just some quick guitar tracks. Nothing to write home about, just something to kind of get an average feel for what's going to happen. Let's see what it sounds like with a microphone. Let's put up the old 𝗬𝗏 440 pure. Oh, that makes me nervous. So nervous. What makes me more nervous is the fact that I just left fingerprints all over my baby. I'm actually rubbing them out right now. Ain't that right, baby? Ain't that right? Okay. That's better. Nice and shiny. Okay. So we've just showed what it's going to sound like if we're playing this bad boy into the phone with a guitar. Now let's see, what's that going to sound like if we'll just start out with the phone because we already got it plugged in. How is that going to sound? Open up a new project. This is kind of awkward doing it this way, but it's fine. And this time we're going to go with voice and mic. Okay. we're going to ensure that the 48 volt phantom power is switched on the side here. Okay, that's on. And it's telling me right now that 48 volt phantom power is on. I don't know if it's telling me that because it's like, it's lit up on this side. I'm wondering if that's only on one jack or is it on both, or like, how do we know? I'm going to find out. That's what we're here for. That's why we're doing this sort of blind review, so that we run into these hiccups and we find out stuff, people. Okay. So, let me put this thing up here on the desk. Plug in this bad boy. Maybe. There it is. And let's see what we can do here. Check 1, check 2. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, there we go. Check 1, 2. Whoa, we're really hot. We're hot, folks. We're hot. Hot. Check 1, check 2. Okay, so now we're showing levels in the green. Let's record a little bit into this phone. Hello. I'll turn that down just a little bit more. So apparently the 48 volt phantom power, even though it's only lit up on the left side, is actually working on the right side. I don't even know if you heard any of that. So what I was saying was all the chisels I've dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. I did not hit that note properly. All the chisels I've dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. I have recklessly built all my dreams in the sand, just to watch them all wash away. Through another day, another trial, another chance to reconcile to the one who sees past all I see. And reaching out my weary hand, I pray you would understand. You're the only one who's faithful to me. All right, there's a there's a real quick rendition of that. Let's see how that sounded. Get some volume here. Do we have a track? Yeah, there it is. There's room noise. All the chisels I've dulled, you know what I did? Idols of stone. You know what I did? I think I did it again. I don't think I set the input to the iRig Duo. No. There we go. Let's try that again. Check 1, check 2. I thought that sounded kind of odd. But then again, I'm an odd guy, so. All right, let's check it. All the chisels I have dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled. Whoa, what's going on now? Doesn't look like I'm getting any kind of input here. Check one, check two, check. Let's see. Check one, check two, check. Check one, check two. Check one, check two, check. So, yeah. Check one, check two, check. All the chisels I have dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. Okay, it was a little hot there. Please stop with the squeaking. Thank you. Checkle. Hello. All the chisels I've dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. I have recklessly built all my dreams in the sand just to watch them all wash away. Through another day, another trial, another chance to reconcile to the one who sees past all I see. And reaching out my weary hand, I pray you would understand. You're the only one who's faithful to me. Okay. Let's check this out now and see if that was any better. So I found out something here just now, that was a cool little mistake that I made because it helps in explaining how this thing works. So not only did I need to, so evidently the 48 volt phantom power does work on channel 1 and 2 at the same time. And it has a smart input, evidently, that if there is something plugged into input 1 that is not phantom power, it doesn't use phantom power on that. So that's good. You don't get any extraneous noise. Now, when it comes into the BandLab app, you have to tap this little gear up here, and I actually needed to select not only the iRig Pro Duo as my interface, but channel 2 as the channel that needed to be used because I'm plugged into channel 2 with a microphone. So that makes total sense. If I wanted to go stereo, like maybe I had a singer-songwriter. So I had a acoustic guitar plugged in, DI, and then a microphone for the vocals. I would do channel 1 and 2. So that would record them both in stereo. Very cool. So now let's go back to this here and let's give that a listen. Checkle. Hello. All the chisels I've dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. Let's turn some auto
I
pitch.
have recklessly built all my dreams in the sand just to watch them all wash away. Through another day, another trial, another chance to reconcile to the one who sees past all I see. And reaching out my weary hand, I pray you would understand. You're the only one who's faithful to me.
Not bad. Let's see what this Beatles slapback sounds like.
Checkle. Hello. All the chisels I've dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. I have recklessly built all my dreams in the sand just to watch them all wash away. Through another day, another trial, another chance to reconcile to the one who sees past all I see.
Okay.
And
Stinking awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and save this one now as another project. And I'm going to call this one, let's see, what are we going to call it? Let's call it vocals into iPhone. Okay. Boom. Now it says that it's syncing. So with that being said, I'm not sure why this isn't working in here. Like normally you would pull this up, it would find everything within here, that's why I'm not. Let me sign out and then sign back in. Maybe that'll do it. Okay. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-ba. Okay, so now maybe it's synced that way. Look, there it is. That's all I had to do. Okay. Oh man, I made that harder on myself than what it really was. So earlier, whenever I showed you this, where it wasn't syncing properly, what I had to do is go up here to this window, or the help section, sorry. But it won't let me actually show you that right now until I close this out. Help. And then whenever you come in here, sign out from BandLab. So I had to sign out from within the app, sign back in, and then all of a sudden, boom, there it was. So now when I go to use the import feature that's found within BandLab, or Cakewalk by BandLab, boom, there they are. There's vocals on the iPhone right there. So I can literally import those tracks right there that quick. Okay, so this was vocals into iPhone. And this was using the 𝗬𝗏 LCT 440 Pure, which, by the way, if you have not used any of 𝗬𝗏's products, these guys make the most affordable, high-quality microphones on the market. You are not going to find a better microphone brand at a better price. If you want dead set, stinking studio quality vocals and you want them to sound amazing and pretty much fit in a mix with just a little bit, and it accepts EQ so well. Anyway, I could go on and on about 𝗬𝗏 mics. I've done a video here, a complete demonstration of all of those mics that I've got here. The LCT 440 Pures, the 190, I think, 180. The pencil condenser. It's excellent for instruments. But let's check this out.
Checkle. Hello.
So yet again, this was recorded straight into the iPhone. So I'm going to throw just real quickly some effects on here that I would normally throw on vocals, just to kind of show you like how easily this would mix.
Checkle.
Little de-essing.
All the chisels I've dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. I have recklessly built all my dreams in the sand just to watch them all wash away. Through another day, another trial, another chance to reconcile to the one who sees past all I see. And reaching out my weary hand, I pray you would understand. You're the only one who's faithful to me.
Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool.
Checkle. Hello. All the chisels I've dulled, carving idols of stone that have crumbled like sand 'neath the waves. I have recklessly built all my dreams in the sand.
Nice. Okay, so yet again, I'll take those off there so that we got nothing but unedited raw tracks here. And that way you'll be able to see exactly what kind of quality you're going to get out of this thing. So, all right, so I'll be taking these and placing them, yet again, that popping that you're hearing, that's the iRig saying, hey, I'm not doing anything, I'm shutting off. That's part of its power saving features. So that won't show up in your recordings because it won't happen while you're recording. It'll know that it's doing something. So yeah, I'll go ahead and export these real quickly. As raw 24-bit 44.1 tracks here. And let's do it as, let's see, instead of entire mix, let's just do tracks. And okay, we'll do that. And we'll export these to the desktop. We'll export these to a folder we will entitle iRig Live Sound Examples. Oops, I hit caps. Okay. So we will put them in there, export them bad boys, and here we go. For whatever reason or another, that, oh, it's only exporting this little portion that I have selected. Hello. Okay, let's try this again. Export audio. Let's export them not only with the project name, but also with the track name as well. That would be better anyway. All right, let's try that again. So now we have so there's the audio into the phone. Here's into the PC. And remember, there's a little bit of dead space to begin with. That way you get to hear the noise floor as well.
Checkle. Hello. All the chisels I've dulled.
Okay, don't want to hear that again. So now I'm going to upload these to a G drive. Okay. And Where are my... Oh. Show bookmarks toolbar. There it is. Okay. And we will open that folder again. And I want only these 3 files. Okay. So now I have a folder that's created called iRig Live Sound Examples. And what that's going to do is now you can go and check them out for yourself. Download them, listen to them on your system, see if you hear any weird anomalies or anything crazy going on. Thought I just uploaded that folder. Where'd it go? There it is. Get link. Anyone with the link, copy. And there it is. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Just trying to make sure I got the right link here. I'm not sending y'all something you don't want. So if you want the sound examples from this, posting a link right now. Andre, good to have you, buddy. We're just wrapping things up here. We kind of did a real quick and dirty unboxing, I guess. Not even really an unboxing, just some sound examples of this bad boy right here. So, good deal. I'm very impressed, honestly, with the quality that you're able to get out of this thing. Not only am I impressed with the noise floor, but just the sound quality as well. The fact that it's 24-bit 48K, or it can be 24-bit 44.1. The fact that you can do those with a mobile recording rig, that's stinking insanity, people. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and real quickly add to I'm going to add this in the description real quick before I forget it. There we go. Now, if you want access to these, they are also in the description of the video as well. Awesome. Okay, so we have done a little bit of a... Add a link to the video. Yes, just did it. Okay, so we've done a little bit of the sort of roundabout talking about all this stuff, talking about the unit itself. We've drank lots of coffee. Or not enough, however you look at it. Man alive, that's some good coffee. But with that being said, so we've already seen here in the chat, someone has posted already, that there is a $50 discount on the iRig Pro Duo on the website right now. So if you want to get your hands on one of these for $50 off, apparently there is a discount going on right now. That's what DJ Big Red 81 just posted a link in the chat a minute ago showing us that. So thank you so much for that. That's why it's awesome having some awesome moderators here in the chat that can help not only to calm the masses who are getting crazy and wild, but also to keep everybody in the know about what's going on with certain various links and things like that. So thank you so much for that. So real quickly, what do you get in the box? I think we've already talked about that, but oh, that was a mistake. Sorry. Okay. So evidently there is no $50 off. That's okay though. $199. You can't beat that. This thing is, this thing is offering more, honestly, than what a lot of other interfaces are offering for more money. You pay more and they offer less. This thing you pay less and it offers more. So here's a couple of other things I wanted to show you that's in the box. You get a cool little IK Multimedia box that has your USB to MIDI DIN cable. It has your USB-C to MIDI DIN. And this MIDI DIN, I keep calling it, is basically just for the back of the iRig, and it does not want to focus on that. There you go. That's for the back of the iRig right there. That's a USB-C cable. You get a USB-B cable, or A cable, sorry. And then you have 2 MIDI connections as well. So from the MIDI lovers out there, you're definitely going to like this. These plug right into the back of the iRig Duo. Let me peel this off the desk. I had it taped down so it wouldn't move out of the frame of the picture there. But yeah, they'll plug in right up here. See if I can get this thing to focus. There's a MIDI in and out. There's where you plug in your external power supply as well as your power supply, whether it's through the lightning adapter or the USB. You look on the side here, there's your left and right outs, your volume control for that, and your 48-volt phantom power. Okay, flipping around to the other side, it's backwards on my end. So here's your Neutrik jacks. These are high quality Class A amps, input amplifier. What am I saying? These are nice. They're shiny. And then you go to this side here, and there you have your direct monitor. You can turn that on or off, as well as your headphone volume. So there's your headphone jack. If you look on the front of, it's all upside down now. If you look on the front of this, there's your gain controls, as well as it tells you on the left and right hand sides your input levels. If it's in the red, you're dead. If it's in the green, you're mean. So that's just a real quick encapsulation of that. Also, obviously, the cable that we use today, this lightning cable, all of that comes in the package. So everything, literally everything that you need to get up and running and recording on the go is right here in the package. You need nothing else, including the batteries. I mean, who does that anymore? How many times did we, and even actually this Christmas season was probably the best time to bring that point up. How many toys were bought that did not include batteries? And then the parents have to go and they buy batteries, or the kid opens it for the love of Pete. The kid opens it and they're like, oh, wow, it's a toy that I can't play with, you know? So, real quickly, I'm going to take a few more questions here and then we'll start, wrapping this bad boy up. Thank you all so much for hopping on here and listening to me ramble and just see me struggle going through all of these sound examples. But actually it was really good because I learned a lot about how to use it with my phone. I learned a lot about how to okay, sorry, I thought I was getting a phone call. I wasn't. But yeah, I've learned a lot about everything here today. Probably the biggest thing that I learned, though, is the fact that with a little bit of tinkering and just a little bit of effort, you can get this thing sounding great wherever you're at. So let's real quickly go back to our desktop-y. Actually, you know what? I'm going to add the comments in here. Let's see. I want to add an existing. Would that be a window capture? Yeah. Here we go. Oops. There we go. Now I can take some questions on this screen as well. That'd be nice. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see what we got here. I love Rob's keeping it real demonstration. Well, you know, that's the only way I know how to keep it. So thanks for that. You got to wait for the mobile version to sync. Leave the phone open. Ah, gotcha. Evidently we have a BandLab user in here. That's good to know. Thanks for the live demo, Robert. Got to go for now. Have a great new year. Resolve to make more music. Yes, absolutely. If you're a Plat member, go into your dashboard under exclusive deals, get 60% off Lewick mics. If you're not a member, check them out here. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you posting that. Yeah, guys, if you are not a member of the Produce Like a Pro Academy, there's some crazy deals going on over there all the time. Just for being a member, you get 60% off of the Lewick mics. That's huge. That means you can literally get the same mic that I was using for like $50. $60, something like that. It's something crazy. Go and stand in the corner for being late. You've been a bad boy. Can you please add the link to the video description? Got it. Andre's a good sport. So this would be fine. A fine 2-track solution for my home studio versus the Focus, for example. Honestly, I think it would be. And not only, like I said earlier, not only is it going to be a good replacement, but I think it's going to be more, it can grow legs. I mean, literally you can be recording in your studio, call up a buddy, be like, hey, I need a bass line. And him be like, I can't leave the studio today. I'm on quarantine. Be like, no, Mom, I'll come to you. So you give him, hand it through the window, the little glass window, slide it under, like here's the iRig Pro Duo, plug this in real quick, connect it up, send me the tracks later. I mean, or for that matter, upload it to BandLab and I'll download them from where I'm at. I mean, it's crazy. Yes, the only downside may be the mini breakout cables. So yeah, with that being said, I'm glad that you brought that up, Jürgen, because it sounds like that might be a downside. However, if you're using MIDI, you only really need these 2 cables. And then the power cable, if you're going to power it, with a wall wart. But if you got batteries in it, you don't even need that cable. So literally all you need is your input output cables and this. If you're doing, let's say you're doing mobile recording on the go and you have your iPhone, literally just take that one cable with you and a guitar cable or a mic and an XLR cable, you're good to go. I cannot get these back in the box. I'm struggling here. So yeah, it really depends on what your setup and solution is. But with that being said, the fact that this thing is so little, I mean, you could almost fit that in your back pocket. If you had some Jinko jeans on, you could fit that in every pocket and probably 6 more of them. Is there a way that you can have a track armed for recording when you click on the track, please? Now, is that within BandLab, the app, or within Cakewalk by BandLab? Because it's certainly a possibility within Cakewalk by BandLab, but within the app, I think so. Sorry, I got sidetracked, shiny objects. So yeah, just need some clarification on that, and then I can answer that question. Because I'm ashamed to sing in front of my neighbors, I bought the Pro Duo a few weeks ago. I drove my car to where no one could hear me and recorded to a playback with my Android and BandLab. See, stuff like that. That is cool. It worked fantastic, and I could import it in Cakewalk easy. Nice. Nice. Okay, so Mark George has solidified his former statement, and he has told me that this is in reference to Cakewalk. And I'm sorry, I apologize if stuff was getting cut off there. It was hard for me to see how much was getting on the screen and how much wasn't. And honestly, it looks like to me this thing is, yeah, it's cutting off stuff anyway because it's too big, I guess. So if I go back to this screen, yeah, it's cut off there too. Well, that stinks. Oh, well, we got it all figured out. So if you're wanting to know how to do that within Cakewalk, yes, that is definitely possible. I don't have Cakewalk open as of right now. Probably need to do that. Okay, so we're going to open up Cakewalk again and we'll just open up a quick blank project here. Now, one way that you could do this is you can go ahead and arm the track for recording, save it as a template. Whenever you open up that template, it's automatically going to be armed to record. That's one way that you could do it. Another way that you could do it is click on this little plus symbol right here. And let's say you want to do it, you know, through your microphone, record enable. Automatically has it there, record enabled. So yeah, there's various ways that you could do it. I don't know within BandLab, the app, if that's possible, but yeah, it's definitely an option here. So hopefully that helps. All right. 𝗬𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀 says, good for like a student in a small room. Yes, definitely. Like a dorm room. Very, very good point there. All right. So without further ado, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up today's stream. But before we do that, there is one other thing that we need to do. Make sure I'm in the right screen here. Oh, to arm by selection. Gotcha. I'm almost positive there is a way to do that. Yeah. I honestly can't remember how though. Well, what's going on there? I think it's official that I need glasses. I hate to say it, but I think it's upon me. Yeah. Okay. Now let's try this again. A view. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's time to spin the wheel of awesomeness. That's right. We're here to spin the wheel, and who cares where it lands today because we're wild and crazy guys. Let's spin that wheel. Isn't it weird how that whenever the wheel comes up, Robert's voice gets all crazy? Let's talk about a favorite. Okay. Well. Okay, by way of the chat, what has been your favorite feature of the iRig Pro Duo today? What was it? Was it the fact that it was portable? Was it the fact that it records in 24-bit 48K? Was it the fact that it's sleek and stylish? Or was it the fact that Robert was the one that was actually showcasing it and stumbling through all of it and halfway recording junk tracks on it? What was it, Robert? Was it Robert? And when I say junk tracks, it wasn't because of the iRig Pro Duo. It's because Robert hasn't played guitar all week. That's a lie. That's a horrible lie. I just played guitar right before the stream. Oh, but that's what I tell my wife. I haven't played all week. I gotta play it again. I gotta pick it up and play it. I can't take the trash out. All right. Anyway, before I get in any more trouble, let me know by way of the chat, what was your favorite feature of the iRig Pro Duo IO today? All the required cables were included. That's a good one. Awesome. Awesome. I found it handy when you click on, say, a piano, when you just press the record button on my MIDI controller and play. You know what? I think we're going to dive more into this, Mark, because I'm almost positive there's a way to do this. And maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe I won't. If there's anybody that could figure it out, it's someone else. Okay, I'm going to try anyway. So if I go into preferences, playback and recording, but I'm almost positive it's in here somewhere. And when I find out, instruments, devices, here we go. Okay, so here's something interesting, Mark. Yeah. Sorry, I got caught up in comment section there. So you can specify in the project recordings to actually allow arm changes during playback and record. So there's kind of an answer to your question. Let's see. I still think there's a way to do it. Let's see here. Playback and recording. This is for MIDI, so that doesn't apply at that particular point in time. That particular juncture. Disable input monitoring during playback. Okay, suspend audio engine. Always stream audio effects through. Maybe it's not. See, I don't know if I would actually want that. I don't know if I would actually want that on there. There's auto punch. Yeah, I don't see a way to do it. Unless you specifically create the track. Go to record enable. And do it that way. But yeah, like just selecting the track and boom, it's ready to record. Don't think it works that way. Let me see if there might be an option in here though. Tracks. Clips, MIDI. Options. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Yep. Nope, not seeing it. And to be honest, I don't know if I would really want that option. But, if there's a reason for it that you would want it, I could definitely see that. Okay, let's get out of there. Get out of there, boys. It's portable, he says. The expanded usage possibilities. That's awesome. Yeah, no problem. No problem looking at it all, man. That's what I'm here for. So hopefully, here within the next few days, you should see another video dropping soon. And we're going to dive a little bit more into actually recording a song with this and getting this song up to standards and flying them back into Cakewalk, messing with that song. It's not going to be a full-blown production that I know of right now, but it's going to be cool. So until then, and until next time, you know what time it is. We can dream alone. We can even create alone, but together we can achieve so much more. I hope you all had a blessed Christmas. Hope you had a good Christmas. For those of you who reached out on the last stream, I asked if anybody had any requests for prayer. Thank you for those of you that reached out. It was an honor and a privilege to be able to pray for you. As we're going into this new year, I've posted this on the community tab, but I am ready for a new year of positivity and purpose. And so let's keep that front of mind whenever we go into this new year, and let's really create a atmosphere where positivity can flourish. And let's also create an atmosphere where creativity and purpose can flourish. And I guarantee you, each and every one of you who are on this live stream today, you have a purpose for being on this planet. Maybe you don't know what that purpose is yet. Maybe you do know what that purpose is and you're running from that. Or maybe you don't think you have a purpose at all. Either way, whatever state of mind you're in, wherever you're at, please know that you're not here by accident. We didn't meet by accident. These conversations that we have every single day, they're not coincidental. There's a reason why everything happens. And if I could be just but a small part of that spark that ignites that ember, that smoldering ember within your soul of creativity, of passion, of productivity, then I feel like I'm doing something that's worthwhile over here. So God bless each and every one of you. Until next time, remember, we can dream alone and we can create alone.